We are Old Wesley. We are coaches and volunteers. We are kids of all years. We are designated drivers and honour strivers. We are training day drillers and last-minute thrillers. We are big match days. We are early Sundays. We are first to arrive because we live to strive. We are part of rugby's history, chasing the next victory. We are a family in unity. We are your community. We are pounding heart rates. We are lifelong teammates. We are stories told. We are heart and soul. We are glory days. We are every day. We are rugby giants and post-match pints. We are chest-proud medal. We are every level. We are mums, girls and dads, and do dare lads. We are sponsors and winners, and believing grinners. We are here to compete until we are dead on our feet. We are from here and there, tourers extraordinaire. We are power and pace, and bruised bone face. We will always thus be the spirit of rugby. We are here because of you, and because of your unwavering support. Thank you. 130 years, a club for life. Old Wesley, 1891.
What would your peak?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Donnybrook Stadium here for this evening's permanent TSB live stream of our AIL Division 1B Round 8 clash against our neighbours from a couple of postcodes away, St Marys. It's a evening rugby here. It's quite cold and blustery in Donnybrook. The lights are on. I've got a nice warm coffee in front of me. And I'm joined by an expert in all things St Marys, the great Dee O'Brien. Dee, welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. How are you keeping?
Thank you very much, Tom. I'm keeping well. As you say, there's a cool wind up here, otherwise it's great. It's lovely always to be in Donnybrook. I'm expecting to see the mud on the pitch, or if not, concrete almost. But in fact, it's a wonderful sight out in front of me of the G4, G5, is it? Which time?
5G, I believe it is.
5G, and everybody's out just getting ready, and there's a big air of excitement around here, and we're looking forward to a great game, and thank you for inviting me.
No,
John.
you're more than welcome. And I think it's fair to say as well, excitement is definitely a word we can use. This is the first time in a number of years where Marys are coming into this game as the form team. We were discussing it beforehand. They're, of course, one place ahead of us and 4 points ahead of us in the league, and they've had some really, really good results. And I think they've scored more bonus point tries than anybody else in the league so far, Dee.
Yeah, we're doing well this year. Well, of course, we haven't a great record against you. As you know, for the 5 years that we've been back together in 1B. In fact, for the last 5 matches, which that makes up because of COVID, you've beaten us on every occasion. Once up in 2019, you beat us 41-15, I think it was, and all the matches besides that have been close, but you have won each one of them, and we're hoping to reverse it today. But whatever team wins, you know, we'll always take it.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the fixtures around. 2 teams are very, very close. 2 teams that look to play a very running brand of rugby, and 2 of the younger teams in the league as well. And with that in mind, when we speak of the teams, we might just run through the teams for our watchers and viewers at home. So bear with me now. We'll get the Marys team up first, and we'll quickly run through it. So at prop is Adam Mulville. Stephen O'Brien, no relation to you or me, I'm sure.
No.
2 O'Briens on commentary. Thomas O'Reilly finishes out the front row. In lock we have Peter Starrett and Daniel Leanne. The back row, of course, of the experienced Ronan Waters, Ethan Baxter and Ronan Foley. At 9 and 10, you've got Adam McAvoy and, of course, the well-known Conor Dean at 10. On one wing, you have Stephen Cleggannon. In the centres, you have Mark O'Gara and, of course, Mark Fogarty. I'm sure Patsy's here somewhere today. And, of course, the ever-present Hugo Conway at 14 and Conor Hickey at full-back for Marys. What's your take on that team, Dee?
Well, I think the team is very well balanced. We have a good record this year. The two wingers are fast wingers. You know, we have, as you mentioned, Hugo. Hugo is our sort of star. He's our highest scorer, and he's very good. And Stephen is new to us, and he was an international sevens player, and he is a flyer also, and a very nice young man. And you mentioned Conor Dean. Of course, Conor is also the backs coach, and he is in really good form this year. And talking about youth, you mentioned the youth on the old Wesley side. When you think the same, we have in the front row, just as you have, we have 20-year-olds. And we have in the second row that lad, Leaner as he's called, Daniel Lean. He is also eligible for under 20.
Very good. And of course, you spoke there about sevens players. You know, we must, on behalf of Wesley, we must congratulate Terry Kennedy, of course, World Sevens Player of the Year. You know, and of course the Kennedy family, he definitely inherited pace and guile from his dad. I can tell you that much for sure.
The guile from his dad anyway. And certainly he has even more pace than Terry Senior had. What's more is he's a lovely fellow. He's a great lad.
No, great for Irish rugby and Dublin rugby, of course. And of course we'll quickly run through the Old Wesley team. I think this is the first time this year we've had an unchanged team since the previous game. So the front row we've the Noonan brothers, Harry and Howard. Of course, then locked up by Cronin Gleeson, the ever-experienced Cronin Gleeson at tight head. Then we have David Moiter, Ian McGann in the lock. Of course, Ian is our captain. The Pims in the back row, Sam and Ruben, with Will Fay supporting them at 7. Will, of course, with a huge engine. Keith Kavanagh at 9, and of course Ian Cassidy at 10. Ian, a metronomic kicker and former club captain himself. Owen Deegan, last week's man of the match in centre, backed up by again another former Irish Sevens player, James O'Donovan. The back three of David Poff, who's approaching 85 AIL caps, I believe. Nathan Randalls and Alex Malloy. Alex Malloy, of course, some of those famous highlights reels on the internet. Give him a bit of space and he can cause you trouble. And then the subs bench is Finn Tierney, Sam Kelly and Brian Short are the front row substitutions. Josh O'Hare, of course, from Dundalk. I see his dad Collie in the crowd. Owen Monaghan and of course Josh Miller, and I see Josh's parents as well up here today finishing out the bench. So again, two young teams, two teams who are looking to run it. And Dee, while we sip our coffee, we're going to take a break before the teams come out and just have a word from our sponsors. And again, we want to massively thank Permanent TSB. Without Permanent TSB, we wouldn't be able to bring you these live streams each week for free. And of course, make sure you download the Permanent TSB app today to apply for your current or joint current account application.
Oh, a bit colder today. Oh, come on. I shouldn't have eaten so late. Oh, I'd love a dog. When we get our own place, and we'll need a garden, I hope we've saved enough.
There may be a lot running through your mind right now, but when it comes to buying your home, we believe in permanent support. That's why, as well as guiding you through your application, our dedicated team will be working hard to give you mortgage credit approval in 72 hours. And when you do find the one, we'll be there every step of the way. That's permanent support. Yes. Start your journey home with us today.
Your next move matters, so why not move better? Start your move to Permanent TSB today. Apply in-app for our award-winning current account and visit our Moving Bank online hub to guide you through the next steps. If you're ready to move, we're ready for you. So don't just move bank, move better. Choose Permanent TSB.
Again, a massive thank you there to Permanent TSB, exclusive partners of Old Wesley's live stream. So we're waiting for the teams to come out here, Dee. You know, it's a perfect night for rugby here in Donnybrook 4, the Donnybrook Dublin 4. The lights are on here in Energia Park. All the other teams have gone. We're last up for today's game, and it's set to be an absolute cracker as we wait the teams to go out.
Yeah, it's always good to be here, and always the matches are always fantastically close. The only thing I worry about when you're in Dublin 4 is they might charge you to breathe. Everything is so expensive here, but it's lovely atmosphere. And you were saying, Tom, that they're putting a walkway down by the Dodder over there, yeah?
Yeah, the Dodder walkway is coming in, so you'll be able to walk all the way from Tala through
Lord.
Temple Oak, through your area,
Oh, very good.
all the way in, all the way into the coast. It'll be a complete walkway all the way in. So it's a huge operation by all the councils in Dublin, but it's going to be a massive civic opportunity for them. Now we have to make sure though that we've got a bit of a gate there, so when the schools matches are on, the young fellas aren't sneaking around the back and getting in for free.
Yes.
But we'll figure that one out.
Yeah.
But look, it's going to be a great civic community to have.
I think it's marvellous, and you can bring the lads when they're training on a run right up to Tala and back any night.
That's
you
it,
like.
exactly.
You'll get them fit that way.
We have Marys here entering the pitch. They'll soon be followed by Wesley.
Yeah, I see Ronan Waters, who is the captain, and of course he was a captain at school. He played Irish schools. He played for Leinster Rays. He was an academy player. He was man of the match for us, the St Marys man of the match, the Softco man of the match at the last game here in April. And he is in great form, and he's a terrific captain. So everybody is looking well. And I see Tom, who was captain, that's Thomas O'Reilly, who is playing today, and he is now a fireman. So, you know, if you like to change the hose, you can always do that. He is coming back, and we have all the rest of the lads out, and I see now you have your
I can
Wesley team coming out.
I can see Ian McGann leading the team out here today onto the park.
Isn't he a marvellous man? You have him for so long, since he was 6, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's been playing for the one since Christ was a child, to be honest with you. He played 10 in school, and then when he came to 20s here in Old Wesley, he transitioned into second row. Of course, he's been captain of the club now for a couple of years. He did have a year in Australia, 2 years in Australia
where he
met his wife, and then once he found her, he came home. It's a sad state of affairs he had to go to Australia to find a good wife, but look, that's maybe for a chat in the bar afterwards.
Yeah. Totally.
But again, over 100 AIL caps for Ian, or as we call him, Gansey. So we're about to kick off here to Marys.
Yeah.
And Ian Cassidy with the kick-off for us today.
Ian Cassidy has been kicking very well, I believe, this year, Tom.
Yeah, he's about 85% kicking stats, so that's very high. Anything above kind of 70% is very good.
Well, Tom,
He can indeed, yeah. He was formerly a scrum half with us, but now filling the role of 10, where we're a little bit short at the moment.
Yeah, but you have a good KK in Keith as the 9 anyway.
Yeah, Keith's first year with us, up from Shannon, wonderful player.
Well, you have a lot of people up from Shannon and other places like that. We have a good half a Munster team here, Tom.
Yeah, we've got a good link with UCC, where lads, when they're finished college and get jobs up here, are joining us. So that's good to see.
That's good. I noticed that the 2 Pym brothers, Chris's sons, they went to Kilkenny College. They didn't go to Wesley.
No, that's right. Well, that's where they're living down that part of the world.
I see. They're living down there. That's the reason.
Okay, so Wesley with the kick-off. It's been secured by St Marys. Conor Dean standing at the blind, looking for it, but it's going to be a box. It's cleared down. Pym is waiting for it. It's taken by Alex Malloy. Malloy has a little cut himself. Good tackle there. Pym in at 9 to Howard Noonan. Howard Noonan takes it up, ably supported by his brother Harry. Down the short side it goes to David Poff. Fed back to Cassidy with the crossfield kick. Nathan Randall's chasing, coming in, and we've got a knock on here early. That was a hard take.
Yeah, it was. That's Conor Hickey. He's an Australian lad. His parents are Irish, but he's first generation Australian, and he's back here now. And besides that, unfortunate miss there, he has been in hot form. He's really watch his feet.
It was a great kick by Cassidy, because you could see that Hickey was sitting deep, so he didn't kick to him. He made him come forward for it, forced the knock on. Wesley now at the first scrum of the game.
Scrums,
it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
We've been good on scrums now this year.
Very good. So Kavanagh waits with the put in.
Adam Mulvihill is only 20. He's on the under 20s, and he's been terrific this year. He's a great young lad. at loose head.
That's a very solid scrum by both sides, not an inch given either way. Ball's fed out. Taken forward by O'Donovan. Next up is McGann. Cronin Gleeson, or Kavanagh in at scrum half. Cassidy to Gleeson. Gleeson finds half a gap. Kavanagh's there again to Cassidy. Cassidy feeds it out the back door. Not a crisp pass. Again, Sam Pym there takes it on. O'Donovan at 10. That's a big hit. Pushed all the way backwards. Gleeson now goes again, gives it to O'Donovan. O'Donovan's awkward there. Kavanagh has to go fight for it. We could be a penalty here. I thought it might have been a penalty the other way.
Well, it was ahead of the ball, I think. But that was a terrific hit by Ronan Waters there. I see, Tom, they're going for the corner.
Yeah,
Bit of a breeze there against them.
Cassidy's going for the corner. It's a great kick just at the 22.
Very
Well,
good kick,
it's
yeah.
something indeed that Wesley back. It's their line out. They've worked very, very hard on it. They do back their ability in it.
Well, we've had a little bit of problems with our line out. Scrum has been very good, and other aspects, but line out has been so be interesting now to see today.
Howard, of course, on the sideline with the ball. Older brother Harry comes in to give him the message in the call.
Amazing, the two young lads, yeah.
Shorten line out. To the tail to McGann. Takes it ably. And the maul is on. It's pulled down straight away. It's a penalty. I suggest Cassidy might like this angle.
I suggest that you're right.
But there's calls from the sideline to go to the corner.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got that maul going so well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Great
surprised
throw
if
by
they
Noonan
did.
as well.
Yeah, they looked very strong on that.
So another line out coming up here for Old Wesley, about 8 metres out from the Marys line. Again, the Noonans exchanging the call. Short line out again. Ruben Pym at scrum half. Ball's bobbling in the air by Moiter, but he's got it. Mary's now starting to fold around the corner. Wesley trying to keep the drive alive. Kavanagh barking orders at the forwards to get in there. They've got to secure that ball. It is still moving though. Now that ball's got to come back quickly.
Well held up that was, Tom. That was
Well defended by Marys. I thought at one point Wesley had the wheel.
Cronin's hands on that. They moved him across very well, because that's a very strong maul. Wesley have very strong, and Ian McGann's big with all the experience in the world. So
Yeah.
are they going for a scrum, Tom?
It's a scrum, yeah. It was a maul. Wesley didn't use
yeah.
it, so it's a scrum St Marys. So again, we'll see Adam McAvoy now put it in.
Young lad, his father played full-back for Marys for years. Arthur.
Connor Dean not standing deep in the pocket.
No,
He's standing just to the side, so we might see maybe an
Well,
8 pick and go, trying to get a bit better of an angle for him.
Yeah, but you have Mick O'Gara, who's good man too.
Yeah, let's see. Ronan Foley picks from the base. Tackle by Sam Pym. Now, Dean's with the clearance kick.
Fine kick, that.
Fine kick, yeah. And
fine
as
kick,
we thought, it was
Good exit.
yeah, it was McAvoy picking to make room. Sorry, forgive me. I should say it was Ronan Foley picking
Yes,
to make room to give
Ronan
Dean's a
Foley,
better
yeah.
angle.
Yeah.
So Noonan now with his third line out in his mini minutes. Harry delivering the message to Howard. So the tail again, this time taken by Moiter. Not a great delivery there to Howard Noonan, but he makes the best of it. O'Donovan receives, coming in on the angle. He's hit by 3 Marys players. Mary's trying to fire through, but Wesley have maintained ball.
Good counter.
They need to use it here, yeah. Cronin Gleeson with the pick and go. That ball's exposed, he needs to be careful. Pull back inside to O'Donovan. O'Donovan's in behind. Feeds Randalls. Randalls is just tackled on the 22. Wesley still have. It's a quick recycle to Pym. Cassidy now trying to step his way through. Tackle is there. He needs to get to deck. That knee is down. Extra support coming on the clean. Will Fay with the carry. And then they're rewinding it. Noonan, the first receiver. Plays to Cassidy. Cassidy puts the little kick through. It's been touched by a Mary's hand, so it's all on. Oh. McAvoy. Yeah, no, McAvoy had it. He tried to kick in the space, but I think he probably had a little bit more on his legs had he backed himself.
Yeah, yes, I think so.
But the ball straight out. Great line there by O'Donovan coming around the short side.
And Randall showed his pace there. It was lucky Stephen Kilgallen did very well to get him.
I fear that Wesley may be playing a little bit into Mary's strengths, picking and going around the sides. The pillar defence and the defence around the edge of the rucks for Mary's has been exceptional.
Yeah. I see there's somebody down here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can get a number.
Yeah, I think it's Stephen Kilgallen. He came
just
from
getting a bit of treatment.
slightly to tackle Randalls that time, and I think he may have overstrained himself.
Great. Well, we have the stoppage in play. We must send our best wishes to, of course, Mr. Lewis, who's on assessor duty up in the sports grounds today, and of course Stuart McAvoy, who's sometimes with us as well, and he's commentating in the women's semi-final tonight.
Very busy. I thought Alan was still celebrating the cricket win against England.
No,
we missed him anyway. Yeah.
We do indeed.
Yeah.
That's over, but Wesley keep it from going forward. Cassidy with the half break to Howard Noonan. Chop tackle there by Waters, I think, was it?
No, I saw that Subby, as he's known, Stephen O'Brien, number 2, the good tackle there.
Very good.
And one and then back
big leg drive there by Will Fay.
Yeah.
It's a bit of space on the outside if Wesley can get it wide.
That was a water special. It was more
that definitely was.
Fall.
He tracked him from about 15 yards away and put in a crunching hit. Cassidy dummies the kick. Oh, he's going to get caught here if he's not careful. Support is there. Yes, he's giving away the penalty.
I have a feeling that young Kilgallen will be going off. He's limping still.
Yeah, he's communicating with the sideline there at the moment.
I think his hamstring is gone. Looking at number 4 there, he has come down to us from Armagh City. And he went back up for a year, and he came back, and it was like a magic. He was just wonderful when he came back down. Now, he was always a good player, but he's very, very prominent this year. And I saw him trying to hold up there. He's been very active so far.
That's Peter Starrett,
yeah.
Of course,
he's known as Wang.
Wang, very good.
He doesn't know where he got the name himself, but he got it when he was at school, and he doesn't mind. It is a nice name, especially if you're Chinese.
We have a penalty here for Marys, of course. Stepping up to take it is Mick O'Gara. Mick, the angle is probably, I would say,
it's a difficult kick.
Maybe 50 degrees. Yeah. He's just 2.5, 3 metres outside of the 10.
Well,
ball on a high tee.
His cousin might get it, Jono Sexton is his
very
cousin.
Good. Not much wind here tonight, so it's a very still night for kicking.
Not one of his better ones, I have to say.
Yeah, that was a bit of a low drive.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He may have had the wrong iron in his hand.
Yeah, he has been kicking very well this year. Presbray man originally, of course.
Very good. Yeah, and, just didn't quite get the connection.
Jonathan Sexton is his cousin.
Very
and
good.
I believe a Gaelic footballer, Owen O'Gara. I don't know if you know.
I wouldn't know much about the Dublin Gaelic scene now, I'm afraid.
I don't know either.
Gleeson now with the tackle. McAvoy feeds Starrett.
Yeah.
Starrett with the big leg drive. McAvoy again to Dean. Dean with the jink over the top. O'Gara takes it. Eventually got on the ground.
Taken.
Offside by Wesley, I fear. Mary's now going very, very direct here. McAvoy stands over it.
Now.
Starrett picks from the base himself and goes. Dean with the show and go. Dean's got a half gap and he's through. It's an opening score for St Mary's.
Positioning. That was marvellous. Conor Dean showed his worth there.
Yeah, again, all coming from the dummy kick by Cassidy.
Yep.
Just being caught and not getting away from it, which led to the dropout.
He took a lovely vector though on that, and then just.
Yeah, great try. Show and go again. There was numbers out wide from
Yep.
Wesley had to play kind of a scramble D, and he just dummied and got in behind. Once he got into that next level, he wasn't going to be stopped from that far out. O'Gara adds the extras.
That's a better effort.
So it's a 7-0 lead here after 12 minutes in Donnybrook for St Mary's. Probably Mary's first attacking chance of the game.
Yes, that's the amazing
And they've
thing.
converted on it.
It's I see Mary's, if they want it, they'll have to play with pace like that. They have to get the ball loose and move it a lot, because I see there's a great strength in the Wesley Park, Tom.
Yes. Kick off by Cassidy. It's secured by Starrett. He's dropped by his own lifters. Referee's not hearing it. Now Waters on the charge. McAvoy looking to box. Wesley in with the clearance. Pym is sitting underneath this one. Pym gathers, feeds Alex Malloy. Alex Malloy now just up 10 metres outside the 22. Mark Fogarty scampering back for St Mary's. O'Donovan now with the pick. Two fens. Keeps going, keeps pumping the legs. But again, that's uncalled for. We don't need to see that.
No, that's not good.
I think words there between James O'Donovan and Mark Fogarty. There was a little bit of handbags, bit of hugging, bit of grabbing. Not much in it. We'll be coming back for the line out anyway, I'm sure.
No, there was nothing much to it.
Yeah.
So,
our referee, Kevin Coffey, will call in both captains and just look to have a chat with him.
Yeah.
Calling in O'Donovan, and looks like Ronan Waters and
Ronan,
he's
of course,
captain.
the captain. I'd say
and
that's
he's calling in. I think Stephen O'Brien as well, but I thought it was Fogarty who was in the mix for that one, because I could spot the tights on him. Of course, Mark with the black tights today.
Yes,
I don't think Patsy, his dad, ever played in the skins like Mark did somehow.
He's a marvellous man, Patsy, isn't he?
Of course he is, yeah. I know him from the bar in CY.
I see Ethan Baxter's doing a lot of work out wide. He's covering very well.
Good take by Mary's now. They're trying to maul it forward. That's once it's stopped. The referee tells McAvoy. McAvoy again with the box. Right down to Nathan Randalls. He's backpedaling for this one. He secures it. Feeds Malloy. Malloy now has space. Has a look. Looks to go outside Fogarty. It's a great pass out to Poff. Poff has support outside him. Steps inside himself. But again, Pym there. Will Fay in support. O'Donovan again looks to use his 7 skills to power his leg drive through.
Good
Kavanagh has it.
by old Wesley.
Sam Pym around the back door to Gleeson, into Malloy. Wonderful phase of play, great support. Malloy is still going, breaks out of a tackle. He's on his own now. He needs to keep that ball alive somehow. Owen Deegan is there. Kavanagh picks, but he's caught at the base. Deegan plays scrum half to Sam Pym. Sam Pym steps out of one tackle. He's taken down by 2 Mary's players. Kavanagh now back to Cassidy. Wesley looking to play tempo here. Short line to Harry Noonan. Harry now with the leg drive. Finally gotten down. Kavanagh to Cassidy. To Randalls. Randalls steps inside. It's a good clean. Marys are not committing to the ruck. Harry Noonan again with the big leg drive. Wesley needs to secure ball here, but keep the tempo high. Cronin Gleeson this time. Run straight at it. The cavalry have arrived. It's a big leg drive by Will Fay. He's going to be held up over the line though, I believe. Knees are down. Referee is saying release. Ball is there to Kavanagh. Kavanagh gives. Oh, it's lost by Wesley. St Mary's kick clears. A big foot race on here. But the ball scampers out.
Fortunate.
Wow. What a frantic bit of play there, G.
Marvellous. But the back up on the Wesley side is fantastic. There is a continual stream of surround, follow, and that's where you'll always break them down, because then when you move it wide, they're found short.
But that final pass, and I didn't see who knocked it on. Forgive me for Wesley. But again, they weren't deep enough. They were too shallow. They're a yard out from the line. We need to set deep and come on at way more pace there. What will give the Wesley backs and pack confidence is they are breaking the tackles. It's taking 2 Mary's men to get them down every time. So there will be space if that keeps up happening. Howard Noonan again with the put in here for Wesley. Right on the 10-metre line. Again, Reuben playing scrum half. It goes back to Moiter at the tail again. A wonderful throw by Noonan. Again, Wesley still rumbling forward. Noonan now has to break off. He's no other option. But oh my gosh, look at the feet on the hooker. Wonderful play here by Howard Noonan. Wesley support arrives. Unlucky. Wonderful break by Noonan, but he just slightly ran out of his support.
I mean, he has that youthful exuberance in him. A good player.
A little bit of a Campese goose step out of the first tackle and he was off.
Yeah, and the way that the mud broke and he went through between the two, that was really good.
Again, Mick O'Gara going for a touch. We look out the back to make sure it doesn't land on the road. It hasn't, it's in the roof. So now Mary's will have put into the line out here. This is actually Mary's first line out of the game.
Yeah.
D.
Yes, I did. Now this will be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
A very important note for.
Yeah, Stephen O'Brien now with the throw. And it's stolen by Wesley. Great work there by Moiter getting up in front of Starrett.
In the line out.
Kavanagh feeds Gleeson. Plays it back inside to Howard Noonan.
Okay.
Again, Will Fay to Owen Deegan. Owen Deegan with the inside pass. It's a great line by Malloy. Support either side. What a try by David Moitier. Wonderful support line. Great inside pass by him. And it was Alex Malloy through the gap.
Excellent.
Wonderful work.
He just couldn't get across. He did tackle him on the line, but it was too late. No, that was commendable, I have to say.
That's right off the training park, I would imagine, G.
And I notice again, young Noonan is involved. He's a real live wire, and he's shown up very well.
There's a bit of a breeze now picking up, so Cassidy is kicking with the breeze at his back, and it's moving cross pitch. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. McGann there just having a word with our referee, Kevin Coffey, just getting some messages from or to him, knowing Ganzi is probably to him. But Cassidy now retrieves the ball.
I see Cassidy had to go down and get the ball himself.
Yeah.
He'll keep him fit.
It will indeed.
Yes,
as you said, the breeze is just
a treacherous sort of a wind. That
it's just picking up. It's moving slightly across the pitch in the same angle as the kick is going.
That was a man that knew his kicking and knew his pitch very well.
Right down the middle of the fairway there for Cassidy.
Yeah, brilliant kick.
Never in doubt. So 20 minutes gone here and we're 7-all. Some absolutely blistering rugby by both sides.
This is a superb game and a great advertisement for AIL rugby. It's terrific. As you say, the wind is getting, like the countryman calls, a lazy wind. Sooner go through you than around you.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, that's secured there by Randalls, who moves to step inside.
Another Ronan Waters tackle. He's working endlessly.
Waters, of course, with the white headband, easy to spot. Keith Kavanagh with the kick, but sadly, McAvoy was offside. Coffees saw that early and called it early. Cassidy now will look to pump this up the line. Of course, Mary now with 2 on the line deep. Cassidy gets a good 25 metres out of that one, I would imagine. So Wesley with the line out just inside the Mary's half. Yeah, of course, referee there, Kevin Coffey, just reminding with Mary's scrum half, Adam McAvoy, exactly where that offside line is.
Yeah.
Harry now delivering the line out call to Howard. The Wicklow brothers both have represented Ireland under 20s.
I must say, your back line is taking it very deep.
Slightly
Daniel
undercooked
Lane,
that time.
Yeah.
Mick O'Gara now takes it in. Hack tackle there by Howard Noonan. Again, it's a great carry there. Oh, that kick didn't go where it was intended. And it's gathered by James O'Donovan. O'Donovan now on the charge. Kavanagh plays Cassidy deep. Thinks about the crossfield kick but doesn't go. Feeds McGann, who steps back into support. Cassidy calling Kavanagh to go the other way. Missed tackle there on O'Donovan. Starrett's in looking for the rip. Almost got it. Oh, that tackle came in. I think the ball just went forward in the tackle deep.
Yes, it did.
Wonderful play there. I'm just looking
a
at
great pace on the game now. That's what I love to see.
just looking at Adam Mulvihill, and he's a very slight, young-looking prop.
Amazing.
It's
yeah,
amazing to be propping at this level.
Yeah, under 20. Well, of course, your hooker isn't even 20 yet.
No, but he looks like.
And his brother was what, 22? Is it?
He looks like a ball boy. You might be given a fiver for a can of Coke and a Mars bar afterwards, rather than the starting front row in AIL Division 1B.
Yeah, no, he's
phenomenal. Great carry there as well.
Yeah, it's great to see young people being able to play. When I was a young lad, you would never see, like, props were the great Roque. He was one of the greatest French props of all times. Took up rugby at 28. He got his first cap at 32, and he played till he was 39. That's true. But nowadays they have, and like Sean Lynch, our first line. He was 28, 29 before he got his cap too.
Very
he
good.
Played for Leinster before that. So props are coming younger and stronger.
It's probably worth noting, and the fans and viewers at home can't see it, but we've a light drizzle now starting to fall here in Energia Park.
Oh, yes,
so that's going to make the pill a little bit slippy. So that might maybe change the tactics somewhat.
It might.
But we'll see. So we're going to restart just inside their own half with a scrum for Wesley. Interesting to see if Cassidy will opt for the 50-22 here, because he's got a big boot, and there's only one back.
He's standing very deep. I notice that all the time. He's very deep.
Only Conor Hickey is in the 22 for St Marys, so he's got a lot of room to play with in the back of that Marys D. It's picked from the back. It's a bit of room here out wide if Wesley can find it. Again, Randall's there. Mark Fogarty's in on it. Doesn't quite get the rip. Referee says play on. Again, Kavanagh with the pick. Through the gap to O'Donovan. Scrag tackle made. Again, Wesley working wider here. Cassidy tries to go over the top. The ball is just touched. Out Harry Noonan out in the wing. Howard Noonan on the wing. Gleeson at first receiver, plays Moitier, gets past the first tackler to Cassidy. Donovan that inside line again to Malloy. Mark Fogarty in on the ball, doesn't get it this time either. Donovan with the carry. O'Gara with the tackle for Marys to Sam Pym. Sam rides the first tackle. Goes digging. Sam now in at scrum half. Cassidy stands a bit high, but he secured it. Wesley recycle. Marys are set here. They're trying to fire through, and they've turned it over. Big kick from Waters. He gathers his own kick, D.
No.
1 yard in front of him, though.
There's better things.
Conor Dean puts it deep. Malloy has to come 15 yards to take it. And it's pounced on.
Great taken, Ethan.
Play on is called. Randall's in looking for the steal. Marys have it. Hits Starrett, and it's knocked on by Dean. I think referee is saying their advantage is over. It's probably going to be a Wesley scrum here. Wonderful foot chase there by Marys.
Wasn't it great? Well, Ethan, when he picked the ball, he just couldn't hold his feet.
We're stopping here. That was a big tackle out in the wing by Ruben Pym, and he's just getting some treatment now. He's getting back to his feet.
Is he okay? Yeah.
I think he is, yeah. Nathan, our physio, is just looking after him down there. Maybe he was a bit winded and just needed a moment. But again, D, look, any mistake that Wesley make, Marys are just pumping it deep and backing their pace to fire through in it.
But the power on Old Wesley is actually on occasion showing. They have terrific power in the pack. And who said the coach? You said he's
Morgan Lennon.
Yeah, and you have him he's coaching the first for 6 years
it's
now.
It's his 6 years as head coach with us, but he's been around as assistant for another 3 or 4 before that. So he's probably 10 years involved in the senior setup, and he was under 20s coach for a couple of years before that. So he's probably here maybe 12, 13 years in total. Teacher in New Park.
Well, he's had a fine success.
Yeah, he's coached the Irish clubs as well on occasion.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
And Leinster under 19s. Again, Owen Deegan feeds O'Donovan on the inside line. Randall's now trying to tidy it up. Harry Noonan, Cronin Gleeson. Oh, he had to take that one off his shoelaces. Wonderful pick-up. Not a great pass, though. Cassidy now stands for the clearance kick. Keeps it in touch. Don't think that went where he wanted it to go. And it's a great take by Owen Deegan, who feeds Howard Noonan on the wing. Howard Noonan, the hooker, steps inside around the first man. Oh, and just loses it. Tries to play it back. Marys have gathered here deep. Marys now playing under 22. Ruck is formed. Recycles. O'Gara with the clearance kick. Offside by Wesley.
Young Harry Noonan, what a player he is. Isn't he fantastic?
He was out sprinting the supporting line of a centre who's a former Irish Sevens international.
You can see that.
He certainly has wheels on him for a young fella, doesn't he?
Sure has. He's a flyer and great effort altogether. Now that is outstanding. I must say, on our side, I'm very impressed this week by Wang, as they call him, Peter Starrett. He's done an awful lot of work. Like second rows in the old days, as you know, just lumbered. When Eric Campbell was playing here, it was line out to line out. But he's really is doing himself good justice this week. That wind is very difficult to read.
Yeah.
Tom.
So again, the kick by kick by O'Gara moves.
Yes, O'Gara does.
Marys just to their own 10-metre line here. And it'll be the second line out for hooker Stephen O'Brien. First line out was going to the tail to Starrett, but Moitier got up just in front and stole it. Referee saying play on here while the young winger is getting treatment.
Yeah, he's
Stephen
been
Kilgannon.
struggling, yeah, he's been struggling with that.
Again to the tail, but crooked. Not a great start for O'Brien. He's been wonderful around the park, but his arrows are letting him down so far.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a problem there.
Of course, a word about our referee, Kevin Coffey, vastly experienced AIL referee, has refereed at all divisions in the AIL.
Referee.
One of the more senior referees on the circuit these days.
I've noticed this year the quality of the refereeing is very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Substitution here coming. So Kilgannon again,
Yeah,
as you suggested earlier,
I reckon
struggled from that, and Ryan O'Loughlin is coming on for St
well,
Mary's.
he's an
So
experienced player
O'Loughlin is
too.
going into the centre,
Yeah.
and Fogarty is moving to the wing.
They say Fogarty is the toughest lad on the pitch.
But that he definitely takes from Patsy, his dad.
He does, yeah.
Again, another solid scrum by both sides. Kavanagh feeds Cassidy. Cassidy to O'Donovan. O'Donovan steps, makes that half break, but is snaffled out to Pym. Sam Pym takes it up. Very abrasive runner is Sam Pym. Both Pyms, in fact.
That was a
Touch for
knock
knock on there.
Yeah.
Will Fay tried to pick it up off his shoelaces. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great pass. Again, the tackle there coming in from Ronan Foley at number 8, making it very difficult for Kavanagh to get the ball away cleanly.
Ronan's a fine player. He's played in Canada for a while.
Very good.
School of Mary's.
So again, Wesley now sitting with Alex Malloy on the 22, and Nathan Randall's just inside his own, just past his own 10, I should say. So Wesley sitting a little bit deep. They're fearing the boot of both O'Gara
I noticed
and
today
Conor
that,
Dean,
yeah,
I
they're
reckon.
very deep.
So again, Will Fay moving to the blind here.
He was a
Interesting.
very sound boy, wasn't he, at school, I think? Was he?
Interesting setup here by Mary's. They've got 2 on the blind and then 4 on the open. So Wesley have to split their D to defend it. I would suggest this might be going down the blind side D.
Well, we'll see, Tom.
Yes,
You're right.
picked by Foley. Plays the pass back in. It's a half volley down pitch by McAvoy. It's not handled cleanly by Alex Malloy. He's not going to be happy with that one. He had a bit of time for it, but it was
You
bobbling.
can see him looking up.
Yeah. So the improvised
That was
half volley there
fortuitous, all right.
by McAvoy works out.
Well, you worked it out yourself that time. You said they'd go blind, and you were right.
Well, a stop clock is right twice a day, D, isn't it?
Tom, you do yourself an injustice.
So Mary's now with their first attacking position inside the Wesley 22 for
Yes,
7 or 8 minutes, maybe longer.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes to go in the half, so I'm going to say possibly 15 minutes. It's their first attacking position.
Mary's defence is very good today.
been very, very
but-
good.
But
So again, we have a bunch of
your
3 here.
multi-phase attack is very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. It's the backup for the man with the ball.
McAvoy feeds O'Gara back to Dean. Dean plays the short line, and it's a huge hit by O'Donovan.
Hugo got it.
Apologies, it was Nathan Randalls with the hit. But Mary's go again. Foley now with the carry. Ball is lost, I think. Wesley have a turnover here. Kavanagh has it in his hands. He's dragged back in. That's going to be a penalty. Yeah, very
right,
silly,
Tom.
silly
Yes,
by
yeah,
Mary's.
yeah.
You could see it.
Yeah.
It was going to be a difficult box kick, but again, just a little bit of
Well, there was
exuberance.
strong wind against them now.
Yeah. So again, yeah, the rain is, the wind and rain is going into Wesley's face.
Yeah, it is.
Not a lot of rain, just a bit of light drizzle, but enough to
Yeah.
make the ball slippy.
And I think the wind has made up its mind. For a while it was swirling around, but now it's
Well,
pretty well against Wesley now.
I can assure you when you're down there,
Yeah.
at certain parts, it does swirl.
Does it, yeah.
The stand causes
Yeah,
a bit of an
yeah.
effect on it.
Like I noticed Conor Dean had a kick and it went backwards almost at one
We have another substitution here on the Mary's front row. So coming off, and I'm just trying to see if I can see a face.
I think it may be Yeah, I think it maybe Stephen O'Brien has gone off.
Yeah, it's a sub at hooker, you're right.
I think it's Stephen O'Brien that's gone off.
Stephen O'Brien is off, another good line out by
No, he's
Howard
still
Noonan.
on. No,
Harry
he's
Noonan.
still- Stephen's on.
Wesley now. Deegan with the inside pass to Pym. Pym plays it, and he's
And into the
absolutely
traffic.
cut into there by Waters. Mary fired through. They have a turnover here. They have the ball.
That's
McAvoy
Good
comes
rocking.
in late. Kilgannon. Oh, it's well held. Had to be juggled by Mark Fogarty there, I think. All the way over in the far wing. Turnover. Referee says play on. Coffey says play on. Wilfay with the ball. Cassidy just telling him to slow down. Steady up. Wesley still go blind. Trying to play it up the touchline. And that ball then spills out
Tom,
into
it must
touch.
have been Tom O'Reilly went off.
I think you're right. It was Thomas O'Reilly who went off, and I think it was Padraig Dundon.
No,
Or is it
it's
Jack?
not. No, it's not. You'd know if it was. No, it's Jack Reedy Walsh.
Jack Regan Walsh.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah,
Because
that's a very experienced prop in Thomas O'Reilly going off for Marys,
yes,
and a
there
young
must be
lad in
something
Regan
wrong.
Walsh coming
There
on.
must be something wrong because he was captain a few years ago and he played Irish, the clubs international. So I don't imagine that he will be taken off.
Very good. So Noonan again with another put in here. His hours have been excellent so far. Again, another great take in the middle by Pym. This time Mary's sack. Wesley have got a bit of a job to recycle it here, but they have it back. Kavanagh barking orders at his pack to keep it going, but now looks for the ball. Box kick coming here. Has to step back for the box, but it's a great box in the end. Now McAvoy tries to box in behind. It's watched by David Poff. Poff plays it to Malloy. Malloy clears his lines right back up to the halfway. It's a great clearance kick by Malloy. Marys go quickly though. Dean sees nobody in the midfield and tries to put it back there. Randalls has. Randalls now sends it right back. Dean is underneath this one. He looked to kick it. Big Gary Owen by Dean. Alex Malloy is underneath it. Malloy takes it. Offside by Marys. Mark Fogarty was offside there, just a little bit ahead of the kicker, a little bit too excited. Ryan O'Loughlin has looked very lively since he came on
He's a
at
fine,
centre.
good player. He's been playing for about 7 or 8 years with Marys. He's a St Gerard's man originally and has played with us. He gave up for a year or so and then he came back to us and he's done very well since he's come back.
Also in the far wing, Hugo Conway's looked dangerous every time he got that ball.
Yeah, he's our top try scorer. He had a very bad broken leg the year before last. He broke his ankle very badly.
That was actually against us, Steve, I remember correctly.
Your
Again,
line
Noonan
is
on the tail.
excellent, Tom.
Kavanagh in looking for the ball. It's out. Kavanagh picks and goes himself. He had no real option there as Mary shot up in D.
They did.
Will Fay to O'Donovan. O'Donovan with the grubber through. Collected by Fay after a bounce off of Mary's player. Fay again through the first tackle. The second tackle brings him down. Kavanagh in to Sam Pym. Sam with the carry. Supported there by O'Donovan. Harry Noonan plays scrum half to Cassidy. Mary shooting at 13, cutting out Cassidy's options. They've got to come back to this side here. They have numbers. Kavanagh's been looked at by the physio here, so Wesley playing without a scrum half. I think Kavanagh got a bit of a bang to the nose there. Fay now picks and goes. So Wesley here playing without a scrum half. Cassidy to Ganzi. McGann picks, goes. That's okay, that's a good clean by Gleeson.
There's a couple out down injured.
Yeah, I think Cassidy Kavanagh got a bit of a bang in the nose. As you can tell by myself, Dee, I've had a few of those over the years, so I have a bit of sympathy for him.
You're still very good looking. So the girls tell me.
He's going to get that clotted and clogged. Referee just having a word with his touch judge here. I'm not sure if anybody saw anything. I didn't see anything foul in that.
There was nothing in it.
No, it was possibly a penalty against Gleeson. Maybe he could have stopped the roll, but he didn't lift him above the horizontal.
No.
He brought him down safely. It looks a lot worse on camera than it is.
Yeah, yes.
But again, possibly a penalty for because he did follow all the way through with it. So again,
a great discussion about it.
Yeah, Kevin Coffey just consulting with his touch judge. So Coffey having a word.
Yeah, with Adam Mulville. Oh no, it's Dan Dean.
Dan Levy. So might be a penalty here coming Wesley's way. We look for the signal. Penalty Wesley, a high tackle. I didn't spot it myself, but neither did the referee, so that's why we have assistants in touch judges. So Cassidy now steps up to put this down the line. Tight angle. Great kick by Cassidy. So we're approaching half time here, Dee. We're probably right on the stroke of it.
Well,
this is probably the last play of the half.
I would think that Wesley should be happy with their positional play, their overall contribution. They've hit the ball more, they've looked dangerous, and but you know it's a fairly even game, and it's a very entertaining one.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Noonan here with the put in. Referee looking for a bit of a gap at the tail from Marys, just having a chat there. Noonan again on the line. It's to the tail, it's taking it off the top. Kavanagh goes himself, tackled by Waters.
This would be a good time for Wesley to score and a bad time for Marys.
Any score here before half time would be good for Wesley.
Be very good.
Marys need to be careful not to give away a penalty either. Yeah, Marys need to just roll there now. Kavanagh snipes himself. Again, a huge tackle by Foley. Offside here. Let's see now, what will Wesley do?
Will they go to the corner, Tom?
I think they may. I don't think he'll win this game with a penalty.
No, they won't.
There's good discussion and chat here. No, Cassidy's going to have a shot.
That's strange. I suppose they want to be ahead at half time.
Ahead at half
There's
time.
a psychological advantage in that. And the rain is coming down heavily now, Tom.
Yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit there now,
let's
G.
hope that it doesn't stay down, because it could spoil a very good game, although the surface is...
the surface, the rain is not any, it's more just the wetness of the ball. But it's definitely, I can see the Marys bench now retreating into the dressing room at half time, as is the Wesley bench. A little bit disrespectful for the kicker.
Yes.
Penalty, they're all walking down the sideline, but I'm sure Cassidy has had worse things than that over the years when he's kicking.
You have to be able to deal with that.
So Cassidy now just inside the 22 with the kick.
No!
Drifts just wide.
Yeah.
He's not happy with that. He turned and walked away straight away. So that's it.
Yeah. Well done.
7 all at half time. G. Honours are even.
Good. Honours even. And we look forward avidly to the second half.
Yeah, exactly that, Dee. We're going to stop and we'll take a moment from our sponsors. Again, we must thank our title sponsor here, Permanent TSB, for the live stream. Without him, we couldn't be giving it all these streams for free for all the games.
Oh, a bit colder today. Oh, come on. I shouldn't have eaten so late. Oh, I'd love a dog. When we get our own place, and we'll need a garden, I hope we've saved enough.
There may be a lot running through your mind right now, but when it comes to buying your home, we believe in permanent support. That's why, as well as guiding you through your application, our dedicated team will be working hard to give you mortgage credit approval in 72 hours. And when you do find the one, we'll be there every step of the way. That's permanent support. Start your journey home with us today.
Your next move matters, so why not move better? Start your move to permanent TSB today. Apply in-app for our award-winning current account and visit our Moving Bank online hub to guide you through the next steps. If you're ready to move, we're ready for you. So don't just move bank, move better. Choose permanent TSB.
Well, again, thank you to our sponsors, Permanent TSB, and of course our club title sponsor, Savills. Again, without their generous support, we wouldn't be able to put these on today. So, as Dee O'Brien had mentioned just before half-time, the rain is starting to come down here now in Energia Park here in Donnybrook. As both sides have gone into the dressing room for half-time, it's been a massively entertaining opening half. And if you're enjoying this at home and you wanted to maybe give a little back, we do have something, but I can't find it right now. Nope. Okay, it's gone. I'm getting it in my ear. It's not there, and it's gone. So again, massively entertaining game here in Energia Park. As we run through some of the other scores from our division today, we have Buccaneers beating Banbridge by a score of 44-13. City of Armagh beating Naas on a score of 38-27. Highfield winning the Cork Derby 29-10 over the Students UCC. And our near neighbours, Old Belvedere beating Malone 29-13. So there are the scores from our division today, and of course we are 7-all here at the half. Dee, I'm going to bring you back in. What's your thoughts here at half time?
My thoughts are that if the rain keeps down, it's going to destroy the game to some extent, although as you say, on a pitch like that, it's a matter of a slippy ball and slippy surface rather than mucking up. But I think that the big difference has been power in Wesley, but they haven't taken all their chances. They've had a lot of opportunity, and I think that has been something that has been a feature for me. Neither side are rucking hard. They're trying to keep the ball moving, which is very good. And I think that if they continue that, it should continue as an exciting game. And I wouldn't like to hazard as to who will come out on top. But it certainly is a most entertaining game. And I would be hoping that it will continue on in that way. It's always good to come down to here to Wesley, and I notice how many two sets of brothers on the Wesley team.
Yeah, that's it.
That's interesting.
I'm going to cut across you for a moment, Dee, as I was saying there a second ago. So today in the club we're running our annual Christmas giving day, and our charity of choice this year is the Ballyogan Temporary Ukrainian Rest Centre. So for those of you watching at home, if you'd like to give towards the collection, maybe as a thank you for the stream today, on screen we've got a QR code. If you've got Revolut, if you just open up your phone now, scan that QR code and you can donate to today's charity drive. So again, it's for the Ballyogan Temporary Ukrainian Rest Centre. We're with all money that we're raising for that today, we're going to buy some passes for the cinema, maybe the zoo, or Airfield Farm in Dundrum, just to get them out for a day over Christmas. Again, these people are here not of their own choice or will. It's horrible circumstances in their own home country. So anything we can do to maybe make their Christmas a little bit easier, we will do. And it's our big drive here today in Old Wesley.
That is so good to hear. I couldn't think of anything better to support than that. I mean, the Ukrainians, as you say, they have been so badly treated in their own country, and I think that we should make sure that we don't allow anybody treat them badly here. That's a great work that you're doing, Tom. Well
73 kids up there this Christmas who won't be at home near some of their loved ones and family, so it's a very important drive and a way to give back before Christmas for us. So again, we leave it up for another couple of seconds. If you're at home and you want to donate, just scan the QR code and you can donate via your own Revolut. It does come into my account, but again, I'm collecting it on behalf of the club today. Unfortunately, when we moved, we couldn't get a Club Revolut account in time. So again, we'll leave it at that. And again, for all those who are donating, thank you for your very, very generous support. So, Dee, Marys are back out on the pitch, followed by Wesley.
And here we go again.
Here we go again. We look forward to a very, very exciting second half here.
The wind has got up a little bit. So
yeah, the wind and the rain have both picked up a little bit.
Yeah. So I think Marys may find it a little bit difficult now with that wind to play against. You know, I think Cassidy is a pretty good kicker, and he could easily pin back the Marys thing. It's very important though that both teams now get back up to the pace straight away.
But what I will say is both teams have shown any mistake or any half mistake, both sides have absolutely pounced and capitalised on it. Two incredibly dangerous counter-attacking teams.
I would agree. That's exactly what they are, and
so,
as I say, I don't think Wesley have taken all the chances they had.
No. So David Coffey here in the middle, about to get us. Oh, sorry, Kevin Coffey, I should say, in the middle, about to get us off to start the second half.
Conor Hickey put a nice one in the corner.
Oh, it's missed by the first receiver.
Conor Hickey, yeah.
But again, Kavanagh feeds O'Donovan. O'Donovan driven back in the tackle. Kavanagh now with the box. The caterpillar is formed for him. It's a high box kick into the South Dublin night sky. O'Donovan after it, misses the tackle. Marys now with the ball. Taken in, Dean standing at 10, waiting to receive. Dean plays his centre. Again, Dean. Fogarty in on the clear. This could be turnover if they're not careful. Ball is there for McAvoy. To Starrett. Starrett picks, drives over his tackler. Hickey at full back, carries. Knock on there, turnover. Huge tackle there by Sam Pym.
Yeah, very big tackle there.
I think you can definitely say he inherited his physicality from his dad.
Yeah, well, Jack Reedy Walsh felt it anyway.
Yeah, and again, a wonderful article on the Leinster Rugby website about his dad during the week, a man who was Leinster's first captain in a Heineken Cup.
Oh, was he?
He was.
He was captain.
They went to, he was captain. They went to play in Milan.
Wesley, man.
Yes, indeed. Chris Pym, of course. I'm sure Chris is here today. I saw some of the extended Pym family around as well.
You say he's not living in Dublin, don't know?
No, they're down the country, down in Kilkenny, I believe, or somewhere around that area.
In Kilkenny College.
But up for all the games.
Is he?
Yeah, you'll normally hear him before you see him too.
You were saying the last time that Mackin is your old fullback, that he still comes to the matches.
Yeah, Bobby is. He was at the lunch earlier. I saw him.
Well done. Lovely man, isn't he? Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I can actually spot him. He's just down the stand there. So again, Wesley with the scrum penalty there. That's the first time that they've got the upper hand in the scrum today. First time either side have got the upper hand in the scrum today.
True.
It's a great deep kick there by Cassidy, pushing him deep into the, slightly shallow into the Marys 22. So we're going to start the second half like we finished the first half.
That wind is making a difference now, isn't it?
Yeah,
You can see
with
that.
a Wesley line out in the Marys 22. Again, we're shortening. Wesley are shortening up the line out by one, and Ruben Pym is playing scrum half. To the tail again, Noonan goes, taken by Sam. Sack straight away. It's a great sack by the Marys pack. Kavanagh has the ball. Feeds O'Donovan. Cassidy in, cleaning out. Kavanagh looking for the half break. It's not there. Cassidy now at scrum half. Feeds Pym. Pym feeds Malloy. Oh, sorry, Deegan, I should say. Carried by Pym again. It's a solid tackle by Waters. Cassidy plays behind to Owen Deegan. Owen Deegan plays short to Howard Noonan, who spills it forward. It's gathered by O'Gara, who kicks downfield. Malloy is back. Malloy bobbles and bounces it. O'Gara couldn't get the pick up. It's going to be a Mary scrum. Now I think, Dee, we're seeing the impact of those showers on the ball.
You're right, Tom.
Oh, we've got
Tom
O'Reilly's coming back on.
Yeah.
Absolute screams from the bench to get him back on before this scrum.
Coming off,
Reedy Walsh is coming off there. So
you can have your
rolling your
changes,
subs. So O'Reilly had his little rest, recharged the batteries, and good to go again. I think that last scrum might have made up the mind for Mary's to get him back on.
I think it might, yeah.
So we'll restart here with a Mary scrum just outside the Wesley 22. Conor Dean is on the blind. And we've Conor Hickey standing in at 10. Free kick for St Mary's. Ronan Foley taps and goes. Tackles made by Will Fay. McAvoy at 9. Feeds Waters.
That was nicely
to
taken
Dean.
on the line.
We'll come back for advantage here, I think, for St Mary's for a Wesley
I
offside.
noticed the back line taking it very, very close to the parallel there, and it
I believe it was offside by Mary's. We'll just look for the signal now. Sorry, by Wesley, I should say.
Yeah.
Hands on the deck is the signal that our referee Kevin Coffey is giving. And Mary's, I should say, have indicated at the post. So
Mick
O'Gara is going to have a shot. A little bit easier of an angle than the last time for a right-footed kicker, of course, and just on the 22. Yeah, about a 50-degree angle.
To make the same mistake as the last time, anyway.
No, I think this is eminently more kickable. So again, the kick here to put Mary's back in the lead by O'Gara after a Wesley infringement for hands on the deck at ruck time. I can see your physio also there, D, in front of us, just having a little look at Adam McAvoy at 9, just testing out the flexibility of the foot. Seems to be okay to play on, though.
The young lad Walsh that came to us from UCC, he was on the bench for the cover 9.
So O'Gara with the kick. It's a chip shot. And it's successful. So Mary's back in the lead as they started the first half. They're now starting the second half with a 3-point advantage, 10-7 here.
Close game
in Donnybrook. Again, it just goes to show
Tom.
Two good kickers. Any mistake will be punished. Cassidy now with the restart. Moiter looking to go chasing. It's a high kick by Cassidy. Goddard by second row. Daniel Leon.
As they call him,
Leaner. Box kick here coming from McAvoy. Right to the touchline. Poff's underneath it. Poff gathers, feeds Malloy. Malloy counter kick back. Wesley going chase. Malloy has put everybody on side. Malloy with a great tackle deep in the backfield. Moiter is in trying to hunt on that ball. Mary's recycle. A box kick again coming here. It's a big counter ruck. Moiter in with a big counter ruck. He just lost his feet. Had he managed to hold his feet, that would have been very legitimate. He came in legitimately through the gate. It was aggressive, but it was legal. He just lost his feet. I think the crowd might have also impacted a quick decision from the referee there.
Often does, doesn't it?
But again, it just goes to show in the modern game, when players relax the ruck like that, switch off, you can be turned over very quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll restart here with a Marys.
Because I was going to just say,
Line out on the half.
was very good today.
Yeah. So O'Brien now has got a chance to correct his earlier mistakes. Marys are full. So Ruben Pym races in. Another turnover here at line out time. Colin Gleeson at first receiver. Gets past the first tackle but is stopped. Cassidy in the pocket. Fed by Kavanagh. Again a big up and under. Wesley go in chase. They're hunting in numbers here. This ball shouldn't bounce. It does. It's anybody's now. Big tackle by Ruben Pym. Right on the 22. Again O'Gara trying to get out of trouble. He's now outside the 22. So Marys have to be careful here. They're going to attack. Dean feeds deep. Snaffled out there by O'Donovan. Great tackle again deep in the 22. And it's a Wesley penalty. Great work, great line speed. We momentarily lost signal, but we're good.
I think he should have maybe flicked that on that time.
Yeah, but again, huge speed in the D there by O'Donovan. On both sides. So Cassidy opts to kick again here to level the score.
Really fast. Cassidy will hardly miss this one. Like
Now, D, don't be putting the commentators' mockers on anybody.
Yeah.
You're acting all innocent, but I know what you're doing.
Of course.
Cassidy now eyes it up. Of course, he's missed one penalty already today. Slightly more difficult angle than this one.
You see Ken Richardson taking his ease up there. He's usually on the sideline taking the photos.
I think that the rain has forced him up here.
How did he do?
Cassidy with the strike is good. And we're back level again.
Tom. What? Yeah.
Yep, 10 minutes in to the second half. 30 left to play here, and it's honours even in Energia Park. So Dean will get us restarted here. Oh, sorry, forgive me, Conor Hickey will restart here, the fullback.
Well, his last one was very good at the start of the half.
And it's a running start by Mark Fogarty, but it's gathered by Wesley, and he's in touch.
Worked well again.
That was a very interesting, well-timed move by Mark Fogarty.
Yes,
he
it
started
was.
a good 15 metres behind
Mark is very
Hickey
sharp, isn't he?
and ran up and timed it exceptionally well. A fraction ahead, but it was so close you couldn't call it.
Was he ahead? Yeah.
A fraction, but like you'd let that go. Nobody really blows if you're a little bit ahead of kickoffs these days. It's a bit like hookers standing on the line. No hooker stands behind the line anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
And Marys win their first line out of the game.
They got that one.
Getting the drive on. The ball is still going. Leanne was holding two Wesley players back there who wouldn't let him join. Now it's stopped. Coffey gives the signal once. Marys go again. They can't stop a second time here. They've got to be very careful. McAvoy's looking for that ball. It's a good 20-metre maul. Again, that was...
Dean made that.
No, I
break
think it was
there,
Ryan
wasn't
O'Loughlin,
Oh, was it?
who has come on as a sub just over any support. And
yes,
Will
yeah,
Fay was in on it,
Yeah, it was.
looking at it, and with Harry Noonan. Harry's a little bit wobbly coming up from that one. Just his leg, of course. But again, a great double jackal by Noonan and Fay. Noonan now just getting looked at by the physio. He's just limping a little. Of course, it's a prop, so we can't really have a line out without him.
Well, you'll be changing your prop soon anyway.
Yeah, but you know, both Howard and Harry are both in their early 20s. You know, there could well be 80 minutes of them if needed. But again, we have a strong bench as well at prop. So Faye now steps out of the line-out, moves in the centre. Pim, scrum half again in a shortened Wesley line-out. Howard Noonan with the put-in. Pim takes it in the middle. Great take. And Noonan has it now at the tail.
The almost compulsory maul.
Screams of creeping by the Mary sideline, because of course Kavanagh wasn't in that line out. Kavanagh now has his hands on the ball. He's going to get isolated here. He needs to be careful. Cavalry arrive quickly. Wesley recycled. Donovan picks and is driven back 4 or 5 yards. Gleeson stands at first receiver. Mary still trying to counter. Knocked on there by Gleeson in contact. Dean goes to kick over the top. Oh! Calamity of errors there. Puff goes for the intercept kick. Misses it. It's knocked on by Marys, of course. It was kicked. The advantage was kicked away by Dean. The Marys fans aren't happy about it, but when you kick on advantage, you're kicking it away.
Yeah, well, especially if it's from
a knock on.
Yeah, if it's only a minor advantage.
I would much prefer to see David Poff trying to grab those balls coming through rather than fly kicking them.
But you know, Old Wesley hasn't lost one line out yet. They've got everyone
again. Stop now trying to put the mockers on them, D. So we'll restart with a scrum. Of course, the Mary scrum back to full strength now that they have Thomas O'Reilly back on. Wesley, you look for a free kick here. Yeah.
I'd say
of course, both props blaming the other.
Yes, of course. I don't like the exultation sometimes, the way they go after if they win a penalty.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll restart here with a Wesley scrum. Kavanagh ready to put in. Cassidy standing relatively shallow with David Poff on his inside shoulder. Poff standing at 0 behind the scrum. Solid scrum again by both sides. Poff now moves to the blind wing. Cassidy receives. Little dink over the top. It's going to be gathered though by McAvoy. Feeds out wide to Fogarty. Sorry, to Conroy, I should say. Wesley now have it back. Yeah, it's a neck roll there. It's going to be a penalty. Again, sorry, Conway. Hugo Conway there. Tried to get out wide, but he was snaffled with a good tackle. It's hard reading the names of the players and working the camera at the same time.
Hugo down there, 14. Yes, it's very difficult for you, I'd say.
That said, I should have spent more time studying the teams last night, too. Not as studious as yourself.
Pardon?
Not as studious as yourself studying the teams.
Listen, when you're old, you have to study hard. And you still don't remember it. It's all right for young fellas like you.
Oh, there's the first line out lost by Wesley today. The grab wasn't quite handled, and Marys now have it. McAvoy setting up the box again. Wesley dropping deep. Pim going deep as well to offer support. It's pushed towards the line. Pim sits underneath it. Takes it well. Braces for the hit. But absorbs. It's turned over here though by Marys. Will Fay is on that ball. He's going to get a turnover here. Turnover after turnover, and it's a penalty.
Yeah, that was a pity actually.
Not releasing. Fay had a great little jackal and was clamped on. Touch judges just wanting to have a little chat with the referee. I don't think there was anything in that tackle on Pim. He braced himself for the hit and he rode it out fairly well.
No, he's a tough lad, that Ethan Baxter. Anyway, he's
Yeah.
he was a former boxing coach.
Oh wow. Huge kick by Cassidy, right down to the Vodafone sign, 10 metres out from
Wow, that was a kick. Yeah.
the line.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely phenomenal. That's a good 40-metre kick, 45-metre kick by Cassidy.
Yeah.
So Wesley now will have a line out in the great
This
should position.
Put them in a very strong position.
Yeah,
now.
Noonan needs to make up for his mistake on the last line out.
You have to have when you get in a position like that, you have to take advantage of it.
For sure. And we have David Poff has moved right out in the touchline on the stand side here. Conway hasn't picked them up, but it's a crooked in by Noonan.
I did put the mockers on.
You did. That's two mistakes in a row now by Noonan. Much to the delight of the Marys fans here to the
Yes,
left of us.
course, yeah.
While we've a break in play, D, we must congratulate our fifths who beat Wanderers 22 points to 10 this afternoon up in Ballycorus Road in Metro Division 5. So well done to Gresham and his charges up there. I see a good few of them on the balcony down there, rehydrating after their efforts this afternoon.
In what manner are they rehydrating? I wonder.
It's liquid, D, that's all you need to worry
Okay,
about.
all right.
So again, Marys with the put in, Wesley putting a bit of a shove on here, making it very difficult. Foley picks from the base. It's recycled. McAvoy has to go digging.
He started again there.
Started in playing scrum half. Now Foley's readying himself for a box kick here. And it goes straight into touch. Watched by Randalls. Didn't want the risk catching that one. So Wesley go again, and David Poff moves all the way out to the sideline, just underneath us in the stand here.
Was he a spectator?
Yeah. But again, it seems Hugo Conway's picked them up, but he's not biting, he's staying in.
Yeah.
But again, all options are on here, but at full back, Hickey is moving more to this side as well. Oh, it's a third mistake by Howard Noonan. Lean on now with the big break for Marys after intercepting that line out. Wesley fired through, they've taken it. It's a great pickup. Noonan with the ball, ships a big hit. Marys offside here. Referee doesn't blow it. That was scrappy by both sides.
Well,
Marys
yeah.
were offside, but the referee didn't seem to have spotted it.
Is he being called?
He's bringing the two captains for a bit of a chat here. It's getting a little bit scrappy.
Yeah, that was funny.
Sore bodies everywhere. Lads down stretching. So he's just having a chat with
Talking to Ronan
Connor Dean
and Connor, yeah.
and Ronan Waters. He's not entirely happy with something, but not enough to give a penalty. Wesley need to just tighten things up here now. Waters calls in the team to deliver the message from the referee. As one of the Marys players is still down.
On the subs bench.
Yeah,
down
I
here.
can see. Yep, indeed, I can see Josh O'Hare getting ready to come on and enter the fray. Josh, of course, a former Leinster under-18. He's hailing from Dundalk.
Oh.
His first season with us.
Ah,
His dad, Collie, I would know very, very well. Great Dundalk Rugby Club man who's in the stand here as well.
you see, down below here, Harry MacDonald, he's a New Zealand lad. Leon MacDonald, the great All Black.
Right.
That's his son.
Before my time, probably, D.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's
Well, we're going to
not too
restart
long
here
ago.
with a Marys line out to the tail. It's taken. Marys now go look for the drive. They've got 5 metres already.
It's a Good maul.
They're going again. They have another 3 or 4. Inching closely to the line. They're still going. They're about 2 metres short. Ball is sacked. Dean out wide. Plays Conway. And Hugo Conway goes into the corner. He's in. Much to the celebration of the Mary's bench who are warming up down in that corner.
I thought Connor had gone too far with the ball there. I thought he'd run across too much.
Great maul there by Mary. Sucked in the Wesley D, and they had the numbers over. They just had to be patient and give the passing.
That was a terrific maul though, wasn't it?
Phenomenal. 80, 90 metre stop just short. So Will Fay, phenomenal effort in the opening 64 minutes of the game. Leaves and Josh O'Hare is in. So O'Gara now has a touchline conversion.
A good one if he gets this.
The wind has died down somewhat and there's no rain anymore, D.
I see.
So
And Liam getting attention there, and now Adam Mulvihill.
Wesley chasers ready themselves to put off O'Gara. O'Gara looks to curl it in.
Very good kick.
Just to the left of the post and wide. Great effort by O'Gara.
Yeah, that was a very good kick. That was hard work. Now this will hot things up. Now we'll see what's happening.
So now we'll see a big chase here.
Yeah, this is a crucial time in the game now.
Yeah. Josh O'Hare in the middle. Just onto the park. It's a great kickoff again. Taken.
Daniel Lane took that very well.
Taken by Leanne. Leanne, I should say. Calls of height from the crowd, but not sure. McAvoy again trying to box his way out of trouble here. Into Malloy. Malloy has to come forward to take it. Malloy gathers from the air. Recycles. Wesley have a little bit of space out wide if they can move it. O'Gara's calling support out in D. Great line by O'Donovan. Still going. Now, ball is knocked backwards. It's kicked. Malloy is back behind it. Malloy's looking for his options. Great pass to Pym. Pym through the first tackler, through the second tackler. Great clean by Poff. Didn't manage to stay on his feet. This time to Sam Pym. Sam plays behind him. Wesley still have it. It's picked up by Ganzi, the captain. He recycles. There's width here for Wesley if they can see it and use it. Gleason around the corner.
Running out of space.
Feeds Randalls. Gleason again picks. Pops off to Noonan. Howard Noonan stays on his feet. Ball is recycled back. Cassidy stands deep in the pocket. Launches the Gary Owen up into the night sky here in Donnybrook. Chased after it by Josh O'Hare. Ball is well taken there at full back.
Yeah, the Conor
by Hickey.
Yeah.
Marys have it. McAvoy now moves to the blind side. To Hickey. Hickey steps out of the first tackler. Snaffled by the second. O'Gara in at scrum half. Dean with the kick through. Spot space. Malloy is back there. He has a bit of time. He's got one defender to beat. He's off. And he's running. Dummy. Oh, tackle is just made. Harry Noonan now with the carry. Into O'Gara. Over O'Gara. Pass that receiver. Plays Josh O'Hare. Josh O'Hare into two men. Recycles after making 10 metres. James O'Donovan picks and goes in. And again, Great carry there. Very, very good strength by it. Little dink over the top. Cassidy sees space. Snapped out. He's playing with advantage. We're going to come back here for a penalty. It's a lot of Wesley players and Mary's players stretching out. A lot of cramp setting in at the tempo of this game, D. It's been huge. Very quick.
This is a very intense time in the game now because Wesley are trying very hard to get back. You know, if it slips another 5-10 minutes, then it's a real struggle when you get up to 70 minutes. So they're really putting on the pressure now, and there's a right scrap going on, as it were.
Again, it's a deep kick by Cassidy, but he doesn't make it. He's just short. Scattered by McAvoy. McAvoy cleared his lines. He's inside his 22, but again he doesn't clear it. Hoffey has it. Feeds Malloy. Malloy has a look. Signs space. Kicks back. Hickey has it at full back. Hickey now looking for his angle. Cleans it. Comes off the edge of his boot. Don't think he got the distance he wanted on that. We'll restart with a Wesley line out just inside the Mary's half. As players again are stretching out here with cramp.
They're cramping up, yeah. They're cramping up now. I'd say the surface, especially if you're not used to it, it would affect that.
I think it's more the tempo of this game, D. It's phenomenal.
Game. Oh, it's a terrific game.
Gansey now just giving the message to Noonan. Harry, of course, will go and deliver to Howard. Cassidy shortens this one. Gansey takes it at 2. A little bit of messing here. There could be a penalty coming. Conan Gleeson at first receiver. Tries to ride out the tackle. Quick ball by Kavanagh to Cassidy. Cassidy playing O'Donovan in behind. O'Donovan, the tackle is just made in time, but he regains his feet. Tackler broken off. Again to Pym. Pym through the legs. Oh, don't think we needed that. Wesley are going backwards here at the rate of knots. Marys have numbers wide if they can use it. They try and spin it out wide. It's out to Fogarty. Fogarty steps inside 1, steps inside 2. Dean at first receiver takes it in himself. Sorry, that wasn't Dean. Correction. Mary's here playing with advantage. Dean goes over the top, going out wide to Conway. Conway feeds inside to Hickey. Hickey steps inside 2. Tackle out just in front of the Wesley line. They're on the 5 metres here. We're coming back for the penalty.
Take there by Hugo Conway just took it. I know a smashing kick by Conor Dean. That was a really good move, and fair dues, Wesley came back and they took Conor Hickey, who is a very elusive player, as you can see, Tom, and that was excellent cover by Wesley, because it looked like a certain try when Conor Hickey had the ball. And we've 2 down now again. They're falling.
Interesting to see.
Fast,
what they do here. I think they'll go to the corner. They've had great purchase out of the rolling balls so far. They're definitely not going for posts.
No.
Corner's been pointed to. O'Gara is now getting. Oh no, he's going for posts. He's going for posts. That's a difficult enough angle.
Side, yeah, but it's on his side. So.
Yeah.
And
looking to extend the lead here.
Died,
no, it has. Yeah. You're right, D. The wind has definitely died.
Yeah. But
so,
you see, if he gets this, it's
sorry to interrupt you here, D. Ian Cassidy now is coming off. He's a little bit limpy.
Yes.
And that's the last play we'll see of him today. So Josh Miller will be on at 10, I presume, for Wesley.
That's a pity now. You miss him for his kicking, particularly.
Wide again, and out over the end goal line. Wesley will reach out with a 22. I thought that they should have possibly went to the corner, D. They were getting great purchase out of that maul.
You see, they need more than just a penalty or a drop goal.
Miller now with the restart, his first action of the game.
Yeah.
It's a long, deep kick. Fogarty's underneath this one. It's a great tackle. O'Loughlin, sorry, not Fogarty with that carry. McAvoy again with the box. Malloy drops deep. Tries to push it towards the line. Malloy's underneath it, takes it, rides out the tackle, plays it back to Cronin, out of the tackle. Oh!
Innovation.
Mark Fogarty now with the ball, takes it into contact. O'Gara at first receiver, plays Waters. Waters gets support. It's a drop goal here coming from Dean. Dean strikes it off the post. It's going to come back to Miller. I don't know if that was the right option, Dean. We've got 8 minutes left here.
Yeah, it's getting tense
I don't think, no, but what I will say is, and as Waters is cramping up on the line, probably looking for the physio. Sorry, O'Brien, it's not Waters, the hooker. He needs to get there and take this line out. I think Wesley are trying to take a little bit too many risks here. They don't need to take it. There's still plenty of time.
Almost at the panic stages,
Yeah, plenty of time left in this game. There's no need to be as risky as we are. Same with Marys, you know. Don't think that drop goal was an option, but hey, we're not out there, we're up here.
Yeah. Well, it was a good effort though.
It was, to be fair. Jumping across the line, it's a penalty. They'll definitely go down the line with this one. You can hear the shouts of corner there from the Mary's bench. Yep, of course the signal was picked up by Thomas O'Reilly, and he's fed it in, and O'Gara has overruled his bench and is going to take a kick himself. Roughly the same angle as the last one, but another 15 metres deeper.
The only thing is, if he gets this, and then Wesley come back and get a try and convert it. So, but on the other hand, they'll have to go for that, because no longer will the option of a penalty or a...
The other thing as well, Dee, is it's going to take about a minute and a half off the clock too.
Oh, good point. A little bit cynical, but a good point.
No, but look, you know, that's what you do when you're ahead, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
O'Gara now with the ball right on his own, on the Wesley 10 and on the 15-metre marker. Wind has died down, a little bit of light drizzle. Gives it a good thump. He's got the distance, but he doesn't quite have the accuracy. Again, it's going to be a 22 dropout here by Wesley.
Tom, in hindsight.
Yeah, but again, it's a minute and a half off the clock.
Yeah. Yes.
Miller again, will he go as deep this time? Yes, he does. Steps back. Hickey's underneath it again. Hickey looks to send it right back where it came from. Big Gary Owen. Alex Malloy has to come forward and take it. It's a 50-50 tackle. Yeah, player welfare there.
Yeah, that was sore.
Yeah.
They both
went for it. They were both on the deck.
Right,
it was 50-50.
Yeah, and they were both on the ground at the time. Yeah, that it happened.
Referee just checks on Malloy. Malloy says he's fine. But we're just going to have a little bit of a look at Hickey. That's it. So Hickey just going to come off here as we move the camera away from it. He's just getting up to his feet a little bit gingerly. Yeah, he's okay.
Leg changes too on the Wesley side.
Yeah, so I can see coming on for Marys is Andrew Walsh.
Yeah, he's the UCD lad.
Very good.
He usually is scrum half, and I wonder will they make a change around. We'll see.
And on the Wesley side we have Harry Noonan off, and we also have Ruben Pym off, and Sam Pym I should say. So on is Sam Kenny.
Andrew Walsh has gone in scrum half, and Adam McAvoy has gone out on the wing.
Will Fay is back on the pitch for Wesley.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
So we'll restart here with a Marys scrum.
You're singing there, Tom.
They had the ball when the referee stopped just for player welfare. Again, Mary's trying to get an inch and a drive on here. They're looking for a penalty. It's picked at the base by Foley. Wesley with the counter. Wesley are going to get a turnover here. No, it's just thwarted by Marys. O'Brien picks and goes into contact. O'Reilly now takes it in, places it back to Waters. Waters looks to get the ball back. He does. Conor Dean here standing at 10. Dean receives. Flat pass to Foley. Foley's rocked backwards. Starter has it. He's been dragged through though. That should be a penalty. Marys have width here if they use it.
I'm afraid that looks like a knock on.
Knock on here, scrum. Good play by Marys.
Yeah, that was good
as we
move,
approach the
yeah,
final
and
5 or 6 minutes
I know
here.
the Star had won that ball there and took it on well.
Yeah. So again, Andrew Walsh in at scrum half.
Yeah.
And Mark Fogarty moves to full back.
Yeah, and Adam McAvoy's
Boy
out
is
on the wing. Yeah, he's on the left wing.
So again, Fogarty.
That was a good scrum the last. It'll be
full back
interesting to
here.
see this scrum now, Tom.
Yeah. Sub front row on. So Marys will apply the
there's been
pressure.
some very good performances. Well, when you look at those two Noonan lads, they're
Yeah. Advantage Wesley in that scrum. Short line by Deegan, or by Malloy. Puff steps inside. Offside by Marys. Miller through the middle. Miller again to Fay at first receiver. Fay loses it in contact. It's kicked straight out on the full. But we're coming back. We're coming back for a knock on because the ball went out on the full.
yes.
Had the ball bounced in touch, it would be a Wesley lineout.
Yes, that's true.
David Poff not quite happy with the decision. He needs to get back defending now. So again, we'll go again with another scrum restart here inside the last 5 minutes. About 3 or 4 left on the referee's watch, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd say there's a few on extra, all right.
Ball's at the tail. Walsh passes out to O'Gara. O'Gara spills it in contact. Will Fay gathers, runs deep, steps out the first tackle. Ball's out to Randalls on the wing. O'Donovan picks, steps into trouble, gets it back. Miller's deep. Deegan now looking to go himself. Deegan looking for the switch. Switch is made with Ruben Pym. Pym now up to the halfway. Conor Dean is in trying to get the ball. Miller has it. Steps out of trouble. He's on his own. He's going to need support there very, very quickly. Oh, O'Brien didn't roll away. That should be a penalty for Wesley, but it's not. Ball again slips out in contact. Marys have it. Nobody at full back. David Puff now goes back. We've just lost the signal. We'll try and get it right back to you.
Very good rocking.
And we're back. Apologies about that, folks. Marys now again with the ball. Screams of hi from the Marys crowd. I think this could be last play, possibly, they believe. It's kicked out.
Well, Tom, first
That's it.
win for
Connor D
Marys
has the last
the
say.
last 5 games. This is our first win. So I know you won't begrudge it, and it was
No.
a very good game.
Truly-
it really was a terrific
truly
game.
deserving win,
A lot of
and
good
look,
performances. Yeah.
It just goes to show the tired bodies out there, how many players are out on their feet.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
An
It
incredibly
really is a
physical, high-tempo game.
great credit to everybody that was on that pitch today. Nobody didn't do everything they could possibly do. And Wesley probably had the opportunities, didn't take them, and near the end they seemed to have a little bit of hurriedness about them, that instead of setting about their business in a methodical way, they went a bit frenetic at it, frenetic at least. Not fanatic.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was a great game, and as usual, it's a wonderful experience to be with you, Tom. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I really enjoyed the afternoon here. Thank you.
Thank you, of course, Dee. And look, your insight and your Mary's knowledge is incredibly valuable on these occasions. Yeah, look, a Hugo Conway try is the difference between both sides. Incredibly close battle. I think we'll have to regroup. We're on the road up north next week to Banbridge and see how we go there.
Yeah, and we've
bonus
Highfield.
point picked up today, but again,
Yeah. You're
4
well enough
points.
set, aren't you? Yeah, you're fairly.
There's a little bit of a gap now opening up between the top 4 and ourselves.
Yeah, I think City of Armagh now would still remain second, I think.
Yeah, but look, those watching at home, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's the last game you'll have from ourselves at home this side of Christmas. So on behalf of everybody in Old Wesley, we wish all of our viewers a happy Christmas and a very, very prosperous new year. Again, the highlights will be up in the week. If you could give us a like and a subscribe, that would be massively valuable. And again, we'd like to thank our title sponsor for streaming, Permanent TSB. Without them, we wouldn't be able to give you these games today. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.
Your next move matters, so why not move better? Start your move to permanent TSB today. Apply in-app for our award-winning current account and visit our Moving Bank online hub to guide you through the next steps. If you're ready to move, we're ready for you. So don't just move bank, move better. Choose Permanent TSB.